through so much before filming this video. Long story short, I was taking Zeus out to film the video and I sat down with my mom for a minute because she wanted to see Zeus. Zeus pooped all down my outfit, which I was happy with. Thankfully I wasn't wearing white, and now he's very hyper, but he's just going to be here for the intro right now. As you can see, he's moving a lot. So I'm here with Zeus today, and we're back to doing some more bearded dragon videos. I know, a break from toad videos, finally. But today's video, I'm going to talk about substrates because one of my subscribers and supporters asked me if I could make this video because she's using sand but doesn't really know what else to change to. And a lot of people are planning on getting a dragon or have recently got a dragon, and substrates are a little bit tricky with dragons. So I'm not going to mention every single substrate known to man that is okay or bad. But I'm going to mention the most common ones today. So without further ado, let's get straight into the video. Let's start off with the bad ones, so you can get rid of whatever substrate you're having now that's bad, or I'm going to set them down. Or just bad substrates in general. So the first bad substrate is play sand / just sand. Sand is probably the most commonly used substrate for dragons because people think they come from the desert, and the desert means sand, and they live on like the beach with sand. That is the biggest lie. They're from very arid, rocky type climates where there's a lot of hills, very similar to leopard geckos. They actually are in kind of similar areas. There's very like hilly, arid, rocky areas with, you know, plants and rock and a little bit of loose substrate, but not very much. Sand is like little to not in their substrate at all. It's probably 5 to 20%, which is not very much. Sand in general, calci sand is also horrible. Just any type of sand I'm talking about. Just normal sand, play sand, calci sand, I don't care what type of sand it is, it's awful for them. So please do not use calci or any type of sand. The next substrate that's also bad is walnut shells. I've heard some people are like, walnut shells are okay because they are in dirt. Bearded dragons are actually known for burrowing. They are very light burrowers. They will burrow where just their head is sticking out, so a little bit like a blue tongue, but they'll dig in like the arid stuff, not dirt really. But it's hard to, you know, recreate that substrate since there's so many things mixed together from the wild, so a lot of people just keep a very close eye with walnut shells, but I personally just don't recommend the risk of it. The next thing that is not very good for them is reptile carpet. The reasoning this is not good is because they can actually get their feet caught on it, and then they'll pull to try and get their feet off, and they can end up ripping nails out. I've heard a few cases that this has happened to. It's definitely more uncommon, but again, just the risk and knowing that that could possibly happen is just kind of sketchy. So I just don't recommend using it. It's also not super comfortable to them. Like, I notice anytime I put like a little tiny blanket or cloth in Zeus's tank, he'll snuggle up to it. Like, they like cozy stuff, and that is just not comfortable on their feet, nor is it really recreating what they are walking on or in the wild. It's not the worst substrate you could use, but it's just not the best either, so I just recommend going for something else. And the last con one is topsoil or any type of dirt. In my opinion, it's getting a little bit more popular to be very careful, but adding a loose substrate. I've considered it a little bit for Zeus, but I'm just not open to doing it right now until more studies come out about how much better it is for them than just a solid substrate. So any topsoil or dirt, it just does more bad than good in my opinion. It's so risky of the impaction, and it's just not really native to them, and again, it can up that humidity and start risking them getting RIs and colds and just everything like that, and I just feel like it's not the best for them. I just personally don't recommend it, but if you want to do extensive amounts of research and you feel like you want to do that or try it, go ahead, by all means. It's your dragon. Now let's move on to the good substrates, because there are really, really good substrates, and I love good substrates. Everyone loves good substrates. They want to protect their Drago. The first good substrate, in my opinion, this is the substrate that I use for my dragon. I feel like it's one of the most popular substrates in the pet community, a non-slippery tile. It is what I use for Zeus. Zeus tends to really enjoy it. His is a little bit slippery. He slips a little bit, which he's gotten a lot better using it, but I'm still a little bit careful because I have heard if you use a slippery tile for so long, they can start to forget how to walk. I feel like that could happen if you didn't take your dragon out ever. But yeah, just be very careful on slippery tiles. Zeus has a little bit of a slippery one. I'm not too concerned right now about it, but in the future I may consider switching it. The next good substrate, I guess, in my opinion, or just it's known, is paper towels. Paper towels don't look the nicest, but they do work really well. Like, hands down, for my leopard geckos, I will probably always use paper towels. I just like how they look. But for dragons, my only issue with them, because I did use them for a short while, is since dragons kind of keep moving, they kind of kick them while they walk and they kind of come up. So, but as long as they get held down, I bet you could use like tape or something. They work out great. They're easy to just, you know, remove and put a new one in when they poop or something or spill something. Super easy. So yeah, I really like paper towels. The next good substrate is bathroom mats. Bathroom mats work absolutely great. I've actually considered using them myself. It is like the gel ones that are very, you get out of the shower. You get out of the shower and you don't slip. That's what I mean. So those ones work great because they stick down and they stay in place and they can walk across them, and it's like there's like the little bubble ones. I think you can get them at Target, I'm pretty sure. I'll try to put a picture up on screen so you guys have some clue what I'm talking about. Another thing that's gaining popularity is aired clay. People are using this mainly for leopard geckos now, since it's very much so like their wildlife area. Yeah, I hear a lot of people are really enjoying this for bearded dragons because they can carve a little like tunnel hole that they can go down into. The only thing I've not enjoyed, or I wouldn't get it for, I feel like if you didn't make the tunnel big enough, your dragon could get somewhere and then you can't find them, or maybe they'll try to like start digging in it, but then it's like so hard they can't, and it kind of just teases them. I'm not too sure about it. I haven't done a whole lot of research on it, but I hear a lot of people really are enjoying it, and I haven't heard many bad things about it. So definitely look into it a little bit more for yourself. And the final thing that's it's debatable is Eko Earth. People are doing more bioactive things, like I've said, because it's kind of on the good and the bad list. It's very, very risky, but it has worked really well for some people, and some people just hate it and their dragon doesn't like it. So yeah, I guess it's for you to do more research, maybe add like a little like small like box or something of it, like a Tupperware container that they can fit in, and just see if they enjoy it. But in conclusion to all of these good substrates that I have now mentioned, my favorite are tile and the bathroom mats. I think they are the safest. They are not going to harm your dragon, obviously, as long as you get a non-slippery tile. I think they can just work great. So I totally suggest them. I got my tile at Home Depot. It's a little bit slippery, like I said. I wish I could like sandpaper it down or something. So yeah, that is the whole video. If you guys have any other questions regarding any substrates or bearded dragon related things, or any pet related thing of animals that I know, or no, of animals that I own, make sure to comment them down below. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I'll see you guys next week. Stay possum. Bye guys.